So, what about the development process? As we mentioned in quarters, we still sketch every single day. Why? Because every single crazy idea one of you comes into a room gives us new feedback about what our tool can do and what it should do. So our process has been focused on two main parts. One part is was making a user interface. We already have that. We have drag and drop functions to move characters, a jukebox to play default sounds, and a camera system which you saw for different type of genres. The second part of the process was updating the current tool, which was fix the networking. Compared to the old networking with the new one, we really upgraded this part. It's a lot optimal. And finally, we did shadow system and highlighting system, so you can track your objects, what are you grabbing, what are you moving. So, what about the play testing we've done? We play tested with you guys, everybody come to a room for the feedback, but we placed it as shell games with kids. Why? Because we want to see if the game we sketched was actually fun for a little kid. We got actually some good feedback with this, and we presented different companies. We presented Silver Media, Shell Games, and etc. Entertainment. And finally, since we want to get the word of sketching out there, we sent a paper to SAGRAPH so that people understand what sketching is and get the word out there.
Okay, so about the deliverable. SketchUp is going to be presented at the end of the semester in two flavors. The first one is a self-contained installation for those people who don't want to have an independent installation of Panda3D. The second option we have is for those Panda3D enthusiasts, they can download SketchUp as a separate thing and have it work with their current installation. This is our schedule. As you remember from quarters, we are using the Scrum methodology. We're currently on week 9, which is our testing, and we're currently on time, which is a good thing. About risks, we have none. We actually went over all the risks before house, and we have actually mitigated them, which is a good thing. So what is left for us? Since you all know, Alice has gotten the Sims models, so we're actually now getting their old models. We're going to implement the rest of the features in the backlog, and finally we're going to continue our UI implementation. For GDC, we have planned a special activity. It is a guerrilla-style activity where we're going to go out all over the conference and ask people to please come and sketch their ideas with us. The idea is to get more feedback and actually spread the word about SketchUp. We're going to visit Relic in Vancouver, Canada. We're going to contact other universities that use Panda3D.
So come play with us. I'm sure your ideas are much better than Camilo's. So I'd like to thank everybody on the screen. Any questions?
So the Come Sketching With Us event, will you guys be the live object players for everything, or will you allow the guests to have one director and they get to run the live part?
Yeah, it is both. Like the guest will be a part of the team, so the guest will have a separate computer, a laptop that we have set up, so he can also participate in it. Because that's exactly what we want. Test his idea as well as test the user interface and see if a naive person can use it. Both.
Yeah, you said that you mitigated all the risks.
Yes.
Is that possible?
I've never seen that before in a presentation.
Yep, because we were on a Scrum cycle, the only thing that really have been a risk for us is implementing too many features. So thinking that we want all these 100 features that we want. But because of this, we can say, okay, these are the most important features, and within this timeline, this is the only thing that we can do. And we feel that because we've got that approved from our advisors, and we are sure that we can do that within this time frame, we feel that our risks are not there.
Kristen,
Yes?
for your GDC, are you an official seminar in a room?
No.
No. Okay, I could be wrong, but you have to be very careful about setting up technology randomly at GDC where it looks like it's an event, because that sometimes causes the event people to think that you're not paying or you're not submitting, so you might want to check to see if that's an okay, because I'd hate to see you not get the research that you want for some type of political business thing.
Thank you. We asked about that to previous GDC people who've been there and people who conduct events like this. They said that as long as we do not sell stuff or propagate our software that is going to be bought by people, it's okay. So this is an open source software that we want people to use, and we're not selling it in any way, and we're not making money off of it. But thank you, we'll keep that in mind. Yes?
It's kind of a philosophical question, but I'm curious what your research turned out. Here we are 4 decades into video games, and you still don't see any game sketching or rapid prototyping tools out there. What would you say that is, and how are you going to hook the industry into using your tool or using any tool?
So we actually researched that a great deal. We found that the industry was actually a garage industry back when it started with 2 people and production time of 6 weeks and a maximum of $100,000. Pac-Man was built in $100,000. But then it suddenly boomed and no one knows, everyone got money and the teams just grew exponentially, and the only thing that mattered was making money. So everything was production oriented. Make something that can be shipped. So when that thing came up, they lost all sense of fun and making something just for the sake of it. So that's how. That's why there is no tool like this out there. So any tool, if you see, is always for prototyping. GameMaker is for prototyping. Wild Pockets is for prototyping. There is no specific tool that lets you just guide your ideas, just ideate what you want to see. So that's why we feel that this is really going to be good. And how to integrate it into the current industry, get the word out, tell people that this is out there, and hopefully people will be inspired to use this. And if not, if someone can do a better job than us, we welcome them.
Time for one more.
What are your hotkeys? What have you decided is the highest level things that you want to be able to drop into this?
We have a person, we have walls, and yeah. And the thing is, whatever shows on the side screen, they are the things that are being used most. A person, a wall, and a switch we have because it's for linear prototyping, and then a box. So a box can be anything. So here it was a hovercraft. We've used it as a spaceship. We've made walls with it, and we've made cars with it. So a block can represent anything. So those are the things that we have hotkeys for.
Actual animated actions are just done live with the mouse by the live people, jumping or something.
Yes. Yes. So we do not have scripts for anything. So if a person wants to jump, we just jump.
Okay.
All right.